Okay, one tool that coaches can use to help their pitchers improve is drill work. Not only will drills help a pitcher with his conditioning, help with his muscle memory, but it's also a great way for coaches to troubleshoot. Okay, the drill I'm going to do with Landon is called the balance drill. Okay, and what we're going to do, Landon, is we're going to get right here in our stretch position, and basically what we're going to do is going to pick up our leg. We want to hold it, 1,000, 2,000, step, and throw. And one thing I want to point out also with all these drills is we're doing them from an abbreviated distance. We want to bring the catcher in. If you got a pitcher that throws from 60 feet 6 inches, we're going to bring him into like 40, 45 feet. Okay, so once again, get in our stretch. 1,000, 2,000, step and throw. Again, nice easy tempo. We're not throwing at full speed. Why do we do this drill? Well, for one, it might be for a pitcher who kind of gets here and kind of walks into his follow-through. Doesn't really get here and load up, okay, or gather, or whatever you want to call it. So we want to get a pitcher in a good habit of getting here, getting good balance, loading up, gathering, so we can have good explosion to the plate. Okay, Landon, you want ready to demonstrate? All right, buddy. Let's get in our stretch position. Okay, 1,000, 2,000, go. Good. Want to make sure he has a slight bend in the back leg. Okay, now hold it right there. That's good. Last one before that now. We got to go ahead and stay there. Okay, come to your set. We want to make sure, go ahead and stay down there. We want to make sure with your pitchers, you want to make sure that their weight isn't on the slope of the mound. We want to make sure you get your pitcher, go ahead and get to your set position. And there you go. That he has good weight on his back leg before he starts this drill. You don't want the weight on the front leg. Go ahead. 1,000, 2,000, good. Great job. Let's go one more. And as always, we're using 4-seam grip. Great. Okay, now a variation on this, okay, and a little bit trickier, is we're going to incorporate, we're going to have our balance, we're going to stride down, and then throw. What we're trying to do here is, one, teach the pitcher coordination and leg control, and kind of teach him the concept of when you're pitching, this leg kind of glides out. We don't want to get here. You might have the pitcher that kind of goes here and kind of thumps forward. This drill will help correct that. We want to get here. We'll balance. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy. Think you do that one, Landon? All right, buddy. Then when you weight back, 1, 2, good. This will also help build up some strength in that back leg. 1, 2, 3, good. And let's go one more. Make sure you take your full knee kick. 1, 2, 3. Great. Landon did a pretty good job with that. Again, for you coaches out there, something you might want to watch out for is when we do this drill, you want to make sure you don't get your pitcher thumping forward when he does this drill. We want to make sure his shoulders are nice and smooth and they don't move. Everything should be nice and smooth, good weight control, then we can throw. Great job, buddy. One pitcher I'm going to use right now is Juan, and we're going to do a power position drill. Juan, if I could just have you come on over here. And what we're doing here, Juan, is we're going to work on the third link, which is the power position. So when we get here, we go balance. We want to get right here, and this is the area we're going to work on. All right? How we start out with this drill is we get a nice wide base. We're going to start out with the ball in our glove. We're going to pick up the catcher. We're going to separate. We're going to have some weight shift, rotate, and throw. Okay? Now, notice a couple things. One, like I talked about before, when that ball comes out of your glove, we want to make sure the ball is coming out with the hand above the ball. All right? We get here. We're going to utilize our front side. We're going to rotate. And when we finish, we're just going to rotate on that back side. Okay? We're going to rotate on that back side. And also, we want that front toe pointing towards the catcher. And if you notice, I'm trying to do it in one fluid motion. I don't want to be real robotic. We don't pitch like this, where we stop short and then we throw. We want everything to have nice tempo and nice flow. okay? So hopefully when we get you on the mound, you'll be able to do the same thing. Okay, well, we're gonna get you into power position now, all right, and take a look at you. Remember, we're gonna go nice wide base, and show me that grip now. Show me that grip. We're going 4-seam grip. Good separation. Okay, just keep on throwing now. Good rhythm, good tempo. Great, good back foot. Okay, now on this one, Juan, I want you to stop right at rotation. Great job. Okay, now you can see here, one point I want to make is we talked about the 5 links of the chain. I told Juan to stop at rotation, and Juan knew exactly what I was talking about because I broke down the links for him, and it's easy for him to understand. Now, one thing I can correct here with Juan is maybe to tell him to stay a little bit taller here so he has a little bit more leverage when he's going to the plate. Also, as a coach, it gives me a great idea of seeing where Juan's arm slot is. Now, you can see that Juan is an over-the-top style pitcher, more like a Musino or a Clemens. You may have some pitchers that are more out here. This is okay. This is a 3/4 arm slot, more like Jeff Nelson. Again, there's no right or wrong way. This just feels more comfortable for Juan. Okay? Again, the most important thing is we're breaking down the links of the chain. I tell Juan to stop at a certain area. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Good job, Juan. Okay, for this drill, I got my 2 helpers here, Anthony and TK, and what we're going to do is a knee drill. Okay, guys? And what I wanted to do here is basically I want to take your lower body out of it, and I really want to concentrate on your arm action. Okay? So what we're going to do is make sure we have a 4-seam grip. We'll start out with that ball in your glove. You bring that ball down, get it up in a hurry, and throw it to your partner. Now this is a drill that's designed more for your younger players. It's a great little drill to use before a game as a prelude to their regular catch. Again, you want to make sure they're using a 4-seam grip. And as a coach, what I'm looking for is making sure that arm comes down and up. The arm action we're looking to create, hold on there a second, Anthony. As we got a 4-seam grip, I want to see the arm come down, then up, making sure that elbow's above the shoulder, and throwing it to his partner. Good. Want to make sure every throw is on line. Okay, now with my buddy TK here, TK, you're kind of taking that ball and you're bringing it straight out. Down and up, down and up. Good arm action, gets some good extension. Again, it's a drill that's designed to look at a specific area and not look at too many things at once. All we're concentrating on is arm action. Good, okay guys, hold the ball a sec. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a tee here for Anthony. And I'm going to put a tee right here. And what I'm going to do here is this is designed for those players that chronically drop their elbow. Okay? What this will do by putting the tee here, it'll give the player some visualization so he can think about getting his elbow up. Okay, Anthony, you ready? Yeah. All right, buddy. Again, what we talked about earlier is when we get to our proper L, we want to make sure our elbow is above our shoulder. And what we're doing with this tee is reinforcing that. What it also creates is muscle memory. One thing we want to remember with all our drills, in particular the knee drill, is we want to use them on a daily basis, and if we do that, we'll see results.